Hey guys, before we get started, I want to mention something really cool that happened. This is not an ad. This company didn't ask me to do anything. I just want to point out something really sweet from a company that I thought was a really nice gesture. So recently, Monster Energy Music followed me on Twitter and found out that, I really do love Monster Energy. I drink it every day. It gives me that extra kick. And look at what showed up at my house yesterday. A full-ass pallet of Monster Energy. This is insane. So look, I don't want to hold you up too much longer for those of you who tuned in to watch something else, but let's acknowledge a company like Monster Energy who supports our band, supports our tours. Hopefully the next time you're at the shop and you're picking between one of these 15 million choices of energy drinks out there, you show some love to Monster Energy Drink because they're definitely showing some love to us, and I love them for that, and I loved them even before I knew that. So anyways, here's the story. So here's something that you've probably guessed what this is all about, but we have additional information. This is stuff that we're hearing for the first time, which is what makes it a big deal, involving AC/DC. Now, we got the scoop from Eddie Trunk over at Trunk Nation. Shout out to him. He does a lot of great interviews, knows a lot of people, and is a big fighter and supporter for this community. Him and Twisted Sister, frontman D. Snider, who is connected very closely with AC/DC, and he was on the interview because he's working on a petition to get a rock act, particularly AC/DC, to perform at next year's Super Bowl. Link to that in the description. Of course, you want to sign it. We've been fighting for this for years. We've been pushing this really hard. Please sign that petition because I've done a bunch of videos on this, but I'm no D. Snider. I'm not even 0.02% of D. Snider. So sign his petition and let's circulate that around. I've signed it as well. So he says, I had dinner with Brian recently, obviously frontman Brian Johnson, and we talked about the band's return. He told me a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff I don't want to say, but we know from the photos, and Brian confirmed it, they've been in the studio. They've been recording the original, I don't want to say the original guys because a lot of them are gone, but I say the classic lineup is back together, and there are some surprises, which I can't talk about, regarding Malcolm Young that just had my jaw on the floor. I will say he is present. So this is AC/DC as we know and love them. And he says that Brian Johnson was doing good after he had to leave the band mid-tour because of some hearing loss issues. And now he's back and he's strong. And this is fantastic news. D. Snider responding recently to questions about the members of AC/DC. He's obviously very close to this band. He's a very trustworthy source when it comes to all things AC/DC. He's talking directly to them. The question is now, how long will it be before we hear from AC/DC? How long until we figure this out? And when will the tour be announced? I don't know about you, but if you've never seen AC/DC live, they will melt your face. They'll melt your soul. They will blow the doors off the arena. They are truly still very good live to this day. It's quite amazing to see a band that is their age be able to perform at the sharp level. And I know sometimes we talk about people who are performing and maybe their live show isn't really, so good anymore, but not AC/DC. Their live show, it really is still very good. Much like the Rolling Stones as well. They still put on an amazing live show that really is worth the money you spend. So let's look forward to AC/DC coming back very soon with Brian Johnson, Malcolm Young, the whole crew. Anyways, that is all for now. Thanks so much for joining us today at Rockfeed. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking news and updates. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you all very soon.